let's go to the hotline. And on the hotline, we are joined by the head coach of the Holland Hornets, is Coach Brad Talbert. Coach, how are you?
Hey, I'm on spring break, so everything's good right now.
Okay, yeah. So I'm going to let Max explain to me why he was laughing. What was going on?
We had a bit of a credit card emergency at Bucky's with the daughter.
Oh, my gosh.
Had to run inside, but he's at Bucky's, so that's already already chaos.
I have to tell you, Coach, that is maybe the most Texan financial trouble you may ever have.
Yeah, and there's only 5 people here, so she was easy to find.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're just like, oh, yeah, hey, she's the one over there in that corner of the store 6 miles away.
Yeah, she's 5'2", so she's easy.
It's okay. I married a short woman. So I'm used to searching through aisles as well. Coach, let's talk a little bit about Holland football. You guys had an incredible year in 2017, a year I don't think most people were talking about. Your Holland's first 10-win season since 1962. I'm interested in when you knew you had something. So we hear coaches say, "Oh, I knew it from the beginning," or "Oh, I knew it after the first game." When was it that you thought you had something special going with your Hornets?
That's a great question. I don't know if there was a specific point or time, but I just think that every practice we just started gaining a little bit more leadership and work ethic, and we got over mistakes without drama, and things just started coming together. And in district, we had a hard game against Thrall, and then we came back and beat Thorndale in Thorndale, and things just started getting better and better for us, and it was just a process, and it was a great ride.
You mentioned the process, and I think folks may not know that this is a Holland program that when you took over this program in 2012 hadn't had a ton of success. They were 1-9 the year before you took over. They hadn't reached the playoffs or had a winning season since 2001. Now all of a sudden you guys are putting things together. A 9-win season 2 years ago, a 10-win year in 2017. How do you do that? How do you change the culture there and get these kids to buy in when it's a situation that they haven't seen a ton of wins lately?
Well, I'm not going to tell you it was easy, but I hired good coaches that came in and had the same vision that I did. I have a great superintendent that bought all in, and then I hit Holland at the right time. There were some kids coming, and whenever you win a little bit, and you win in football and you win a little bit in basketball, especially in the smaller schools, but because you're basically sharing the same 10, 12 kids, and it just catches on, and it was fun, and it is fun, and hopefully we got a couple more years to keep going upward.
So you're a big believer that winning's contagious. You're a believer that once you get that first one, then the second or third comes easier.
I do. I think that the trick to it, and the thing the climb is to me is easy. It's keeping it there, and that's why I really appreciate these coaches and these programs that stay on top of there year after year after year. Like in my level of the Shiners, the Referios, the Marts. They just keep doing it, and you just gotta grind, and you gotta work, and hopefully you have some good talent come in every now and then.
We're talking with Brad Talbert, the head coach of the Holland Hornets here on Texas Football Today. Get involved in the conversation, #TF Today. Coach, you guys got a real influx of young talent last year. A lot of your big-time playmakers were sophomores, especially. A lot of guys that are rising juniors. Guy in the Brady Shelton springs to mind. Clay Copper, your linebacker. What is it about a team? What makes a team that has young stars different from maybe a team that's senior laden? I think we pay so much attention to teams that have great senior classes. For you, what's the difference between a team like that and a team like what you had last year with a bunch of youngsters who are making plays?
Well, the senior class that we had this year, I had some good leadership, and they weren't afraid to get onto those younger guys, and the younger guys weren't afraid to be coached and be led. And you talked about Shelton and Cooper, and both those guys, they're 2A studs. I mean, Shelton can go and Cooper can hit anything that moves. And so, now they're going to have to come into the leadership role. So we're going to see how that works, and that's what'll be fun.
Offensively, you guys are going to be in a little bit of a rebuild here. You got just 3 starters back from 2017, but a couple of really important ones. You mentioned Brady Shelton, who really makes plays all over the field. You guys are a multiple offense. I know you guys like to do a variety of different things. If you had to say right now what you guys think you're going to hang your hat on offensively, what do you think that would be?
Well, we'll get back into the spread. The guy that's going to be our quarterback is Zane Spinn, and Zane's a competitor. Zane was a wide receiver for us, and also ended up playing starting the last 3 games at corner in the playoffs because our corner Curley went down with a broken arm. So Zane he's played against Refugio, got an interception in that game, and he got half the reps. I was planning for a hit. Zane's going to be a gunslinger, and he's going to be good. Brady's going to, he's going to be an inside receiver. The number 1 JV kid's going to be the other inside receiver. And then the 2 number 1 receivers, they're going to be able to run a little bit. The guys that I'm calling my 1 back, my F, both these guys are returning. Bolin was a big part of our single wing whenever we got into the single wing package. And then Cooper, again, the name that Clay Cooper we were just talking about, he was in our single wing package. So we really feel like we're blessed with some of the talent coming.
On the other side of the ball, you guys had a remarkable turnaround. In 2016, you guys give up around 25 points a game. The numbers get a little bit skewed because of what Refugio will do to people at the end of the year. But essentially, heading into your final game of the year, you guys are just giving up 15 points a game. What was the difference defensively in 2017, and how do you carry that over into 2018?
Well, we start off we run that Argyle style of defense, and we thought, well, maybe we need to get away from it. Well, then we went right back to it because our kids felt comfortable. And but like you said, whenever you face Refugio, I don't know if it would have mattered what defense we would have had, but our kids played hard. They stayed, last year we scrimmaged Mart, we played Burton, and we played Refugio, and we played Thrall. So our kids know that they're not afraid to cover you or get after you, and that's kind of what this defense is. And I think we just got better at tackling and just getting after it.
You guys, of course, UIL realignment is on the minds of everybody, and you guys draw. Look, they didn't do you any favors. District 13, 2A, Division 1. Teams are used to in Thorndale and Thrall, but you're adding in a 3A drop down in Hearn. You're adding in a Milano squad that is really peaking right now. Overall, when you take a look at your new district, what are you seeing?
And don't forget about Marlin.
Yeah,
Marlin's coming down. Marlin and Hearn coming down is going to make the district interesting. I believe Milano graduated a lot, but they got good coaches and good kids over there, so they're still going to be tough to beat. And I would pick Thorndale to be number 1 right now. They got a lot of returners on that offense, and I think they got better every week. They end up beating Thrall game 10, and then they won a playoff game, and then they played Refugio in the first half real good. So it's just our kids we just teach them to grind and lift weights and grind again and lift weights and just keep a routine.
And finally, Coach, you mentioned you're on spring break. You're at Bucky's like a good Texan should be. Are you on your way somewhere? Or are you on your way back?
Well, we're actually going to my grandparents. We have a ranch outside of China Spring, Texas. That's where I'm from, and we're going to go out there and just kind of hang out for a couple days.
Well, that will be fun. Enjoy it, sir. Appreciate your time. It's Brad Talbert, the head coach of the Holland Hornets. Coach, again, appreciate your time. Congratulations on a great 2017. Best of luck in the offseason and down the road.
Thank you, sir, for including the Holland Hornets.
Absolutely. There he goes. Brad Talbert, the head coach of the Holland Hornets. When you haven't won 10 games in 55 years and then you win 10 games, I mean, I don't think it can really be stressed enough that this was a program that was, you want to be kind, but like they were down in the dumps. I mean, when he took over, so he took over in 2012. Okay, that was his first year. The previous, let me read you like basically the previous 10 seasons. 2011, 1-9. 2010, 2-8. 2009, 2-8. 2007, 3-7. 2006, 2-8. 2005, 0-10. 2004, 2-8. They hadn't had a winning year since 1998. Okay, so to go from there, to then look, he has gone. He's been to the playoffs Now it looks like they missed the playoffs at 7-3 in 2003, but 7-3. He's got an overall record there of 44-23. That's a turnaround, man.
Yeah.
That's
pretty
a
good.
turnaround. That's some serious coaching work. So we appreciate Coach Brad Talbert finding his daughter in the maze of Bucky's.
I did. I called him, and he goes, I go, you still got a few minutes to talk to us, which I say to all the coaches. And he goes, well, give me 1 second. We're on spring break. I got to find my daughter in a Bucky's to give her the credit card. So
yeah, and if you've ever look, my wife is 5 foot tall.
Yeah,
and if you're ever in a place with like aisles,
I can't find you in a Bucky's.
Yeah,
You're tall.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, look, that's a needle in a haystack.
Yeah.
Right there. So we appreciate Coach Brad Talbert taking time from his Bucky's run to talk with us.